Hello and welcome to the cryptocurrency news channel. Caught the flu, did the COVID test. Didn't I don't have COVID, but caught the flu. Unfortunately, didn't get the vaccine this year before I came back. So got the flu and my voice is out for a while, so I won't be streaming for a couple of days. But I want to talk about something very important, and this has to go with a clown show going on in Washington, D.C. of the GOP not being able to pick a speaker. Now, it is traditionally the job of the majority party to rally around a speaker, pick a speaker so they can govern. But the extreme right, the 20 or so extreme right people, are not actually voting for McCarthy, and he doesn't have the 218 votes that are actually required to be speaker. Right now, the votes are as tallies. Hakeem Jeffries, the Democratic leader, has 212 votes. McCarthy has 201 votes, and then Jim Jordan's gotten some votes, but now it's this freshman House person called Donald has like 20 votes. So I think it's going to be at an impasse because there's a couple of people that are just hard no on McCarthy and they're not going to budge. But how this actually affects crypto is that the FTX stuff can't actually be investigated further without really having a speaker. Because the House Financial Services Committee was going to convene a hearing to explore the collapse of cryptocurrency exchange FTX. But, these committees can't function without a speaker and like appointing members and stuff. So as you can see, the thing is like essentially in the first three rounds of voting, you had Jim Jordan, and then the fourth and fifth round, you had this guy called Donald getting the other one. Jeffries' votes has been pretty solid at 212, but McCarthy has actually been losing votes. But nothing can actually happen in the House, and they could actually delay this indefinitely, which means Sam Bankman-Fried gets more time, basically free out there. So yeah, this is a kind of a crap show. I'm hoping they do form a coalition government sooner or later. The Democrats are going to want concessions if you want their votes, but that actually might be what actually happens because I do think the far right's like wanting way too many concessions. I think they want like all the important seats on the committees. And regardless of what McCarthy does, they know he's desperate, so they're always pushing for more concessions. The Dems could actually just come in, say we only want these concessions, and we'll vote for you for speaker, and we'll see how that actually goes. I'm not really sure. There hasn't really been a precedent for this for the last 100 years. The last time this happened was 1923, and that took 9 rounds of voting. But the most notorious of Congress not being able to elect a speaker was actually in 1855, and they didn't have a speaker for 2 months. Now that was right before the Civil War, and there was all these arguments about slavery, and that's what the North-South divide. That's what actually kept people actually from getting a speaker. But this time, it is really 20 members of the Republican committee, roughly 1/10 of their members, basically holding the rest of their party hostage. The Democrats right now are basically just sitting back and watching this dysfunctional fireball, but eventually they're going to want to govern as well. So hopefully there can be some kind of agreement worked out because this FTX persecution with SBF is important. Now some of you will say McCarthy's doing this on purpose to protect SBF. I would say that SBF is the farthest thing from McCarthy's mind. There are many reasons, both personal and political, that people don't like McCarthy. He's not a very well-liked person, and he can't rally his own party. So they can't govern their own party. They obviously can't govern the United States. So they got to work on that first. Hopefully this doesn't drag out for several months because that just gives Sam Bankman-Fried more breathing space. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.